What's going on, YouTube? Hello, boxing world. Welcome back to Fats TV. Let's get right to it. The Hall of Famer Oscar De La Hoya, he's back talking his shit again. In a recent interview with Fight Hype, the Golden Boy himself said, "Imagine if we could put together an Errol Spence versus Vergil Ortiz fight in Dallas Stadium." He meant to say AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. You know where the Cowboys play, but you understand what he's saying. He went on to say that would sell out the place. Texas versus Texas. It makes all the sense in the world, at least from a financial standpoint. It bugs me out when these guys who live the sport, were boxers themselves, do these interviews and come up with this bullshit. Spence hasn't fought since July 29th, 2023. We all know what happened that night. He got destroyed. And then you got Vergil Ortiz, who's never been a world champ. He's the WBC mandatory to Fundora. He could also go the IBF route and fight Bakaram Muzataliev, who destroyed Tim Tszyu. But yet we got his promoter who wants to put him up against Errol Spence Jr., who hasn't fought in almost 2 years. I'm telling you, when I listen to all these pod fucks, I'm sure we all listen to the same shit. Everyone always says, "Oh, that's not a good look, fighting somebody coming off a knockout loss." But yet we got the promoter, the Hall of Famer De La Hoya, even suggesting it. This makes me sick. A financial standpoint, Turkey Al-Sheikh, he's handing out, world changing money here, life changing money to these guys. You don't need Errol Spence for a financial standpoint. You're already in business with the cash cow himself, Turkey, yo. You just go to Turkey, tell him who you want to fight, a champion that is, and he's gonna make it happen. Why wouldn't Vergil want to be a champion as opposed to fight Errol Spence Jr.? I want to hear this bullshit about it's gonna look good on his resume. I mean, do you guys actually watch the fights? Did you see what he did to Madrimov? He stalked him for the whole 12 rounds. Did the same thing. Did the same thing to Bukacek. Even though he got dropped, but he still fought hard. He showed a lot of heart, a lot of grit, and I feel like he won that fight against Bukacek, even though he got dropped. Matter of fact, I wouldn't mind seeing those two run it back. Want to have a rematch? If we felt like the judges gave Vergil that fight, but this is crazy, man. I just had to. This when I saw this, it bugged me out because De La Hoya, man, Oscar, you're one of my favorites, but you're talking some bullshit right here, man. This dude Spence doesn't even have a trainer for all we know. Could you imagine? Could you imagine this fight actually happens? Spence somehow pulls off the miracle on ice upset, and then he gets a shot at Fundora. Matter of fact, after Fundora's last fight, after he chopped up Cordell Booker, he called out Spence. Why do all these guys want to fight Spence when we got Turkey handing out money, yo? Why you want to fight a guy coming off a knockout loss, a devastating knockout loss, who hasn't fought in 2 years? I don't get it. This popularity bullshit is getting out of hand. He's more popping. He has more fans. All this bullshit, man. It needs to go from the sport, man. We one breath they're talking about the best need to fight the best, and then you're digging up somebody from the boxing grave here in Spence, who we don't even know if this guy even wants to box again. Yeah, I was kind of bugging out when Stephen A. Smith said he should retire. I was like, yo, Stephen A., you're being hyperbolic here, man. But he might be right. Stephen A. actually might be right about that. I don't think he knows shit about boxing. He might have been right on telling Spence to retire after that fight against Crawford. That's all I got. Just some thoughts for the mind. Be sure to hit the thumbs up, like the video, share with a friend of a friend, and subscribe to Fats TV.